Okay, let's see. We are live. This is Pac-Man Jake coming to you live with the Battlehawks versus DC Defenders live stream. Right now, it's a little bit. Right now, it's a little bit. Well, I'm a little bit late right here. As you can see, that the game hasn't really quite started yet, but it's 2 o'clock, so just wait for the game to start and wait for somebody to come in and watch. And looks as if things are about to start here for this game, so here we go.
Capital where the XFL rolls on. It's week 5 and the drama continues to build. It's a perfect day to watch some football. The Battlehawks fans and the Defenders fans out.
So the Battlehawks come in here at 3-1 on the season, and the Defenders at 2-2. So this should definitely be a really good matchup. The Defenders look like they're pretty good, and the Hawks are obviously the best in the conference. So this should definitely be a really good matchup right here. I definitely expect a really good matchup, pretty close. And with the 4 of you in here, you guys are ready to. You guys can comment, have your say. You can ask me some questions.
Two teams going in opposite directions.
Give me your guesses on who is going to score the first touchdown. The Defenders or the Hawks?
They'll have to keep momentum going on the road, where Cardinal Jones and the Defenders have rolled quite well. It's the XFL.
My goal is at the end of the year, hold up that championship trophy with my teammates and so forth.
Because we all just love.
I'm going to make my guesses that I think the Defenders are probably going to score first. I'm predicting that it'll be a field goal to start out. Then the Hawks are going to come right back, score a touchdown on the next drive. I actually like to look for Matt Jones to be able to score a rushing touchdown to start.
The Guardians have really caught fire now. You see, they're right in the mix. So for DC, this is a big game.
So
keep pace with the front runners.
This should be a really good game here.
Welcome you to the broadcast booth. That's right. Good to see you on a Sunday afternoon. My partner, you know him, 3-time Pro Bowl tight end, Greg Olsen, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So let's start with St. Louis, Greg. They've been terrific. Only 1 loss on the year. That was a game we did to Houston. Probably should have won the game. A couple of turnovers doomed them there. But the bottom line is they have turned into an RPO offensive machine led by their quarterback, Jordan Ta'amu.
They have. St. Louis, they have a little bit of a different approach here in this XFL offensive world, and they don't shy away from it. They are a run-first team. They got 3 great.
Just waiting for the game to get started here.
Starts with their quarterback, Jordan Ta'amu. They come at you from so many different directions here. Just a simple zone read, RPO style play to Matt Jones, big chunk play.
Kind of hoping you guys can be able to hear this a little bit. Just let me know if you need me to turn this up or turn it down.
What am I going to do? I'm just going to put the ball down. I'm just going to go run and pick up a first down. And then the last layer, off that run game, here comes their RPO.
I'm definitely really looking for our power running game to get things going here. The duo of Chris and Michael and Matt Jones, obviously, I really like. He hasn't been able to get going all that well. Last week, I got stuffed by the Seattle Dragons. Super hard-nosed, run-stuffing defensive line. They were fantastic.
They got the turnovers. They converted them to points. You see 29 points a game. Last 2 games were on.
I think I'm expecting a better game from Jones and Michael. I might be able to see a little bit more of Keith Ford in there, the number 3 running back. As far as the Defenders go, I don't really know what their strengths and weaknesses right now. I definitely think that Cardale Jones, I think he can have a really good game. So I can definitely see a really nice game from him. And the running backs, as far as as far as I'm concerned, I don't really know too much about them. I do know a little bit about former Philadelphia Eagles Donnell Pumphrey. He's on the roster, and he could be a pretty good. He could be pretty good for them.
Thank you. DC started the season so strong. There've been some growing pains offensively last couple of weeks, but you're back home.
As far as wide receivers go, you have former Pittsburgh Steeler Eli Rogers. You have Malachi Dupree, who spent some time on the Packers and then went over to the Bills, and then after that, didn't see much of anything. And at tight end, you have a familiar name, Kari Lee, who spent some time with the Houston Texans and was actually on Hard Knocks. So it looks like for kickoff, it looks like the defenders are going to get the ball first, and kicking off is Mussolini.
Here we go from DC. Holloman on the return. Get to the 30. And that's where we will see Cardale Jones take the field and just try to get right, Greg. It's just like the team. First 2 weeks, he was excellent. And
we are underway.
Really struggled to find any kind of rhythm. That's not just him, the whole offense. And here's the proof, right? I mean, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception first 2 weeks, only 46%. No touchdowns, 5 picks the last 2 weeks. That's just not going to work. And so see if they can turn around that narrative.
So the defenders start out right here, ball at the 30-yard line with a handoff to, hard to tell. He's going to get about 4 on this.
See Pumphrey quite a bit.
And it was Donnell Pumphrey.
See some more Nick Brissett in the backfield today behind that offensive line. They've got some good wide receivers on this team. Eli Rogers, maybe the most trusted.
Cardale in the shotgun. 2nd and 6. Ball to 34. Another handoff again. And it's going to be Pumphrey again. And he's going to get the first down. So far, a pretty good start for the defenders.
Defense, Greg, that is #1 in the XFL.
They got some real guys on this defensive side of the ball.
And a handoff again, 3rd and 1. It was just a bit short, and Pumphrey goes up again up the middle for a first down this time. Like I said, good start for the defenders, going with a running game with the first 3 plays.
I like trying to get Cardale settled down early.
Ball's at the 39-yard line. I'm sorry, 41-yard line. And we got a flag down early. Cardale gets a swing pass to Pumphrey to the left. He's going to get about 9, but there's a flag on the play, so it's probably going to be either a false start or and it's a legal formation by the defenders. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. And it'll be 1st and 15.
Twitch X Thunder. Triple right. Same odd pay. Twitch X Thunder.
So the penalty erases the next play as you hear Pep Hamilton
5-7.
calling in the play.
Okay, here we go.
4 wide receivers. Jones.
And looks like it's going to be an RPO where Jones is only going to get about a yard on that. Looks like there was going to be an inside handoff to one of his running backs, but Cardale hung on to it and didn't do much. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15. So he didn't gain anything on that. Cardale in the shotgun, running back in the backfield. Another handoff again. This one is going to, looks like it's Jarrell Presley. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the defenders after getting a first down on this drive. So, like I said, I think the defenders are going to score first. I think they have a really nice offense. But it looks like they're into a 3rd and long here. So, Cardale back to throw. And it's incomplete. And that ball was going to try to go deep to DeAndre Tompkins, and the defenders are going to punt to start the defenders' first drive and the first drive of the game. Definitely a really good start there for the defenders. They got a first down there on 3 straight runs. But a really good start for the St. Louis defense. They were able to hold them on this first drive.
close to getting partially blocked. Pearson L, dangerous back.
And here is the punt, and Pearson L is going to get a pretty good return on this.
About the 32, and that's where we will see St. Louis on offense for the first time behind their.
And here comes Jordan Ta'amu, our quarterback.
22 years old. And boy, you feel like there's a lot more to come for him. Just scratching the surface. Started out of New Mexico military.
So here we go. So the first drive of the Battlehawks coming up with the throw-in Samoan Jordan Ta'amu at quarterback. Let's go. I'm predicting an inside handoff to Matt Jones on 1st and 10, which the ball is at the 31-yard line. And it's a play fake. And Ta'amu's going to go deep. And it's overshot to LaDamian Washington. 2nd and 10 coming up. I really like the deep shot right there. That was actually a really good call. Why not go on a strike early?
First play, what do? They go play action. They try to take a shot deep. Back these defenders off the ball.
Good morning, Pearson L. Leading receiver out in the slot. Here we got a 2nd and 10. This time we got a fake inside handoff to Ta'amu, who's going to scramble, and he's going to get about 3 on that to the right, and that was a really good play that was bottled up by the defender's defense. So now it's going to be a 3rd and about 7 or 8.
Look at this DC defense. They come in 4th overall yardage, 5th in scoring.
The defenders have a 3-4 defense. That's cool. And a familiar face is Raheem Moore, who spent some time on the Denver Broncos, was drafted by them in the 2nd round and then bounced around on a few teams and unfortunately wound up in this league. 3rd and 7, and Ta'amu's going to go down sacked. And that is Tavares Barnes by the defenders. Dang. Really good pass rush right there.
The right side of the offensive line just really outmatched, and look what happens.
How's it going, Jordan? So you're thinking that this is going to be an over 38 points total? I think that could be correct. I definitely expect a little bit of a shootout here. Both offenses are pretty good. And this is a really horrible punt by Marquette King. So good field position here by the defenders, and the ball is down at approximately the 28-yard line. What the heck happened there? So it's going to give the ball to Cardale Jones and the defenders again in really good field position. So far, nothing doing on both drives of both teams. Not much to speak of right now. I had both these teams coming out of the gates and scoring points on their first drives, with the defenders striking first with a field goal. I was wrong, and then a touchdown to cap it off started off for the Hawks. So apparently it didn't go that way. So far, the defenders are doing a little bit better than we are. They've been able to move the ball a little bit better than we have, and it's been a 3 and out for the Hawks, whereas the defenders got 3 straight runs with blanking out on Donnell Pumphrey, so that was a good start. So Jordan, if you're still in this chat here, are you a Battlehawks fan or a Defenders fan? I forgot. You told me that you were a fan of some team, but I don't think it was the Hawks, though.
Least likely to give up on a good tradition. Most likely to make whiskey is twisted. Lynchburg, Tennessee.
And like I said, these 7 or 8 people who are in here, you guys can type anything in the chat, ask some questions. The keyboard is all yours. Just don't let me do all the talking.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh, okay. Wildcats. Yeah, that's right, because I remember talking about Winston Moss, who was the head coach. so far things are not going so great because of are not going so great for the Wildcats. They're I mean, they obviously had a really bad start. They fired their defensive coordinator after one game, and I was like, what happened there? Yeah, Arian Springs. How is Arian Springs doing for the Wildcats? I haven't been keeping up on very much of the other teams. I've been quite busy with work, making videos, and I have a mock draft coming out tomorrow, so can't wait to showcase, unveil my very first mock draft of the year. And right now we're back, and the defenders look like they're at approximately the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. And we got an outside handoff. This one is to number 4. It's not a running back. It's Eli Rogers. That was actually a pretty good call right there. So it's an outside handoff to a wide receiver right there. So Eli Rogers is going to get pretty close to a first down. If he didn't get it, yeah, he got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Now we got an inside handoff for a couple right there. That, I believe, is Pumphrey again.
Just traditional under center, kind of basic run game. They're much better in the gun. They're much better getting the receivers involved.
If I was DC, I would keep on running the ball up the middle. It's working for them very well. And now we got an outside handoff, this time to Pumphrey, and he's only going to get maybe one, not much on there. Really good penetration right there by the defensive line this time of the Hawks. They bottled that up pretty quickly right there. And now it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up for the defenders on this second drive. Ball's at the 44-yard line of DC. Cardale in the shotgun. We got a blitz coming up, and Cardale avoids a sack, scrambling out to the right, throws, and picked off. Who is it? It's Kenny Robinson. Yes. Good job. Good job. Way to go, Kenny. Kenny Robinson of the Battlehawks picking that off right there. That was really severely underthrown by Cardale, and that's really close to an incomplete right there. So, and yeah, I think that's a catch right there. That's it. That's a pick right there. Good job.
He's made so many of those poor plays. Or was an interception? That ruling is under further review.
They're going to take a look at this in replay. Terry Valenti, let's listen in to our replay.
The nose of the ball hitting in between his fingers, and he's bouncing it up into his hands. We got an incomplete.
Okay, I think it looks like they're saying that it's incomplete because
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
I knew that was close. I thought he had it in his hands right there, but it looks as if the ball probably may have hit the ground, and
we're going to let this one stand. The turnover will stand.
So after further review, the ruling on the field of interception stands.
Correct.
Okay, so the interception will stand.
The ruling on the field of interception stands. First down, St. Louis. So there you go, the second interception of the year.
So there it is. Kenny Robbins is going to get the pick, and really good. That's really good right there. That was really severely underthrown ball by Cardale, and I definitely thought that was interception all the way. I was like, if they overturn this, I have no idea what they're seeing. I thought it's possible maybe he had it in his hands and then just hit the ground where the ball was trapped. So that's what I thought. So we got a 1st and 10 here for Matt Jones is going right up the middle for a huge gain and a really big first down. That was really nice inside handoff right there. So that's going to get the ball back to the Hawks. So big interception and a big first down. So
it's just a single back. They pull the backside guard, and he just hits that downhill and fast. And Matt Jones, when he can get his shoulder square and hit the ground, hit the hole flat, he is super electric.
And now we got an outside handoff. This one, I believe, is to either Keith Ford or Kristen Michael. I saw a 30 number. So
And they kind of have plays for each of them. Something interesting listening to Coach Chuck Long.
It's Ford. Ford for about maybe 5 or 6 on that.
And I just think that describes this
Outside handoff pitch to the right there by Ford, and it looks like we got a DC defender down on the right side of the field, and I can't see who it is right now. I don't have a number, so it's okay. It's Elijah Campbell, the starting corner for the defenders. So it'll be 2nd and 4 coming right up for the Hawks.
It's interesting because DC already different in the secondary this week. Matt Elam was let go this week, former NFL player.
And for as far as Kenny Robinson goes, I think he's going to go pro, and I think he's going to be a pretty good player in the. He's going to go to the NFL, and I think he's going to be pretty decent for whichever team drafts him. I'm kind of like hoping it's the Packers. Brian Gutekunst, pick him, please. I beg of you. We need depth at safety. So pick Kenny Robinson. It'll be great to be able to have him come over. So right now, Campbell is still down. Got an interview with Robinson after the interception. Something that the XFL is doing is more player interviews, which is pretty cool with me. That means less commercials, and I'm all good with that. So who wants to watch ad after ad after ad, and especially ads of the same stuff? It's really, really annoying, very boring, you know. Okay, and Campbell is okay. He walked off the field. We got 2nd and 4, and we got the ball at approximately the 46, and we got Matt Jones on the inside handoff. He's going to get the first down. So it's a gain of about 6.
Their traditional run game last week was a real struggle. It really took to Amu being able to get involved with the run, play action stuff, the read, the zone stuff.
Yeah, I talked about the interception. That was a really, really nice pick by Kenny Robinson, who is draft eligible, and I think whoever gets him is going to get a really good player. That was a really, really good pick. It was really close to an incompletion. The ball was underthrown by Cardale, and Kenny made a really nice adjustment on the ball, was able to pick it off, and really, really good concentration on the catch right there. And Matt Jones on first down was able to gain 6 on another inside handoff. And we got about 6:42 to go in the first. And we got another inside handoff again. And it's going to go for about 2. I'm guessing it's Jones on the carry. 3rd and 2. And now right now we got Brian Folkerts, our center, down with an injury. I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like it's probably an ankle or a knee injury, a right leg injury.
I kind of caught it late. I think he was engaged. You see him here, 67. He's the center. He just goes
and
to the left.
Matt Jones didn't get much, and I think Jones ran into Folkerts' leg right there, and that's probably why he got tangled up right there. That's definitely a right. That's definitely gruesome right there. That's bad. Got tangled up right there. That's probably a rolled up ankle. Could be a sprain. Hopefully it's not worse. Right now the backup center is getting warmed up.
First down, he was the tight end in a wing formation. The next play, they actually brought him into the backfield in like an orbit motion.
And that would be Michael Miller coming in to replace Folkerts. So hopefully he can come back on the field if it's not a severe injury.
continue to work on Ryan Folkert's injury timeout from DC, scoreless game.
Right now we got a commercial break, and I'm going to rest my voice a little bit.
I can save you! Lots of money with Liberty Mutual! We customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need!
So it's about midway through the first quarter. Not much to speak of. There was the defenders got the ball first. Were able to get a first down with a couple of inside runs, and then got into a 3rd and long situation and then punted the ball. The Hawks got the ball, took a deep shot to start off, and it wound up going incomplete, wound up into a 3rd and long, and then Tamu got sacked by Tavares Barnes, wound up punting, and then the defenders got the ball for the second drive. Cardale threw a pick to the Battlehawks safety Kenny Robinson, and that's why the Battlehawks right now have the ball to start their second drive and are doing pretty well with inside handoffs to Matt Jones and one carry to Keith Ford, and that's where we were. That's why we leave off right here. So far, there hasn't been much of any throws coming from either quarterback. So far, it's been more of like a running thing with both teams, and I think the running game is working very well for both sides. I expect more inside handoffs from DC with Donnell Pumphrey. Maybe you get Jarrell Presley involved. You have Nick Brossett, who is also a capable back. You'll probably see number 31 in there. So as for the Battlehawks, I would expect more inside handoffs to Jones. Maybe get Keith Ford involved and Kristen Michael if he's out. I don't know if there has been any reports of injuries or anything like that. It's possible that that's probably why he's not on the field right now.
Kirkland, Hernandez. Coverage begins Saturday, 6:30 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
And we are back, and looks as if that Folkerts is off, and we got Michael Miller in there to replace Folkerts. 3rd and 2. And here's a handoff inside, and he's going to get the first down. I believe that this is Jones for about 3. I'm sorry, this is Kristen Michael. There's Kristen Michael. The guy I was talking about, I was hoping he was going to get some carries, and he had a really good game last week against the Seattle Dragons. Went off right off the bat, scored the first touchdown on a nice run. So 1st and 10, and Kristen Michael's going to get the ball to inside, and Michael's going to get a first down going up to about the 11-yard line of DC. So Hawks are in striking distance and are a threat to score right now. Whoa, really bad snap by Miller, but Tamu was able to pick it up and hand it off to Kristen Michael. Wow, that was a near disaster right there for the Hawks. Looks like Miller's got a little bit of the jitters here. This is a much better snap, and we got a handoff to Kristen Michael to the outside, and he's going to get about 2 or 3 on this carry on 1st and 10.
They just run it, and they're not ashamed of it. 59% of their plays they run. Look at the league average. It is far and away the most in the league, and clearly they're successful at it. And especially when you think about DC, Greg, they have gotten gashed on the ground the last 2 weeks.
So far, the Hawks have probably the run play percentage is 59%, which is higher than the rest of the league. That's not a surprise considering the firepower we have at running back. And now we got a flag down. It's going to be a false start on the Hawks. So it'll be 2nd and 13 to go, deep into DC territory. I think we can go and get a lead here. So I would expect to keep going with a little bit of a running game here, but on 2nd 13, I can probably see maybe a few short passes. I would definitely get Pearson L involved. He's definitely really good in the short intermediate game. And we got a handoff here. This one is going for a big loss right there, -3 right there. Really good play right there by Elijah Qualls, the nose tackle of the defenders right there. That was snuffed out. Nobody was buying that one. They knew that they were going inside handoff right there. So I was hoping maybe for a short pass, maybe get a little bit of more of a manageable 3rd and short, but now we got a 3rd and 15 coming up for the Hawks. So the ball is now backed up to about the 17-yard line of DC. Tamu in a shotgun back to throw. And it's going to be a very short pass, and it's going to go for -1 to Matt Jones right there. That was snuffed out on the screen right there. Good play right there by Raheem Moore of the defenders being able to stop that. And nice pass rush coming up from Tavares Barnes of the defenders again. So nothing doing there. And the Hawks are going to be able to are deep into territory. And here comes Taylor Rossellini for a short field goal. And it's just good. Able to squeak it right through the right post. And that puts the Battlehawks on the board. So really good drive right there. And that's some points off the turnover right there. So works for me. So now it's 3-0 Battlehawks.
So one more XFL game this weekend after we're done here, 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Tampa Bay Vipers taking on the LA Wildcats. Tampa Bay maybe starting to find something here. Their ground game is starting to pick up too. They had 266 yards rushing last week. And that was
so now we are deep into the first quarter with the Hawks up 3-0. If you're just joining, the field goal came off a turnover by the DC defenders, where Cardale Jones threw a deep interception to Kenny Robinson of the Battlehawks, and then the Hawks were able to take it down mostly by the running game of Matt Jones, and that's why the Hawks are up 3-0 going into pretty close to the second quarter right now. We got 3 minutes left going of the first, so let's see how the defenders can respond with an untimely interception by Cardale, and maybe they can get something going here with and we got a flag here on the kickoff, and I think it's going to be on the Hawks. So that's going to be obviously going to be big for the defenders. They're going to get good field position again. And it's like after the interception, Cardale is coming out, and in comes Tyree Jackson, the backup quarterback. That's another thing that's a little bit noticeable in this league, is that things are a little bit different. We tend to see multiple quarterbacks come in for some teams. And now we got an inside handoff.
I think it's going to be real telling, right? Coming out of this drive, regardless of who was going to be,
and it's going to go for a couple.
Or they move to Tyree Jackson. I think the plays that he calls are going to be very.
Let's see what Tyree can do for the defenders now in at quarterback after Cardale is going to see some time on the bench after the pick. 2nd and 9. We got Eli Rogers in motion, going from the right to the left. Now we got an outside handoff. This is, I believe this is Jarrell Presley for a first down for an outside handoff to the right.
It's just an off tackle here. The strong side, the tight end is off.
Really good blocking right up there up front by the offensive line, and really good outside zone run right there by the offensive line to get Presley out into the wide open to get that first down. Here we go, first down, and the ball is at the DC. Whoa, we got a big break run right here by Presley, and he's going to get a first down and a lot more, and first and it's going to be pretty much first and goal for the defenders right there. Very good blocking up front, and the defense obviously had no answer for that outside handoff right there to Presley, and the defenders are now knocking on the door to go up and maybe tie this game up or go ahead. And now we got another inside handoff, RPO fake actually, I'm sorry. And Tyree Jackson's going to take it and keep it, and he's only going to get about 2 or 3 on this. So we got second and goal coming up. I'm sorry, second and 8. It's not first and goal. It's not second and goal. Cardale Jones and shotgun ball at the 9 of St. Louis. We got an inside handoff, RPO fake, and it's a touchdown to DC, and the touchdown is to Kari Lee, the tight end of DC. So now the defenders come right back, respond, and now they are up by 3 now. That was a really quick drive. Very good game plan right there by the defenders to come out after the interception by Cardale, and the Tyree Jackson was able to make some things work, and they're up ahead. And it appears that the defenders are going to go for 1 here, and Tyree is going to throw it out of bounds, incomplete. Nothing doing there. So it will remain 6-3. The defenders now taking the lead. On the Hawks, coming right out of the gates in 5 quick plays, and the defenders are now up on a touchdown pass from Tyree Jackson to Kari Lee from about 9 or 8 yards out.
Seemingly gets benched, and look at Jenny. She's so quick. Already is grabbed Tyree. Jenny.
I'm not even letting him catch his breath because we got to get your feet.
Now the defenders are up 6-3 coming at the end of the first quarter. That was a really quick drive by DC. Good response after the turnover by Cardale, and the Battlehawks are going to get the ball back, and let's see how things go and how this team responds after giving up a really quick touchdown to the defenders after Tyree Jackson comes on the field and replaces Cardale. So
now look, you got help with the kickoff not reaching the 20, so you started at 45 going in, but a couple big runs by Presley. Jackson throws his first touchdown of the year.
You don't ever apologize in this league for having success. He played the last 2 weeks. Talking about Jackson, he played the last 2 weeks.
And from the kickoff, Pearson L gets a pretty decent game right there, but we got a flag down.
Throw a touchdown pass. That's got to do wonders for his confidence now.
And it's on the Battlehawks, so that's going to back us up a little bit.
I want to remind you before next weekend's XFL action kicks off, download the Fox Sports Super 6 app. Play the XFL game for free. Chance to win up to $10,000. So in this game, there have been 28 plays. 22 of them have been run.
So here we go. We got the Battlehawks with a first down, and the ball is at the 15-yard line. And here's a quick throw, and it's to Alonzo Russell. He slips, falls, but he's able to get up, and he's able to pick up about 1 or 2 on that. So it'll be second and about 8 for the Hawks. Tamu in the shotgun at the 17-yard line. Snap. Tamu throws, and he's got LaDamian Washington wide open to the left, and he's going to get a first down. 16-yard gain on that for a big first down.
Brendan Riley's going to run it out. And the outside receiver.
And we're going a little bit of no huddle up tempo. Tuamu on an RPO gets it on a nice pass to Brandon Riley in the slot, and it's another first down for the Hawks.
Quickly like that, they get another play. They go to Riley for another first down, and that'll end quarter number 1 here from Washington.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter with the defenders up 6-3.
DC's offense got going a little bit. They've got the lead after 1.
So far, we got a pretty good matchup on our hands. First, it was the Battlehawks striking first by scoring a field goal off a points off of a turnover, and then the DC defenders come roaring back with a really quick drive ending in 6 points, where Tyree Jackson, the backup quarterback, threw a nice 9-yard strike to Kari Lee, the tight end, and that's why we're at where we're at now with the second quarter about to start after this. Definitely a really good start to this game. Definitely we got more of a running game going for both sides, and it's got a lot of inside handoffs, a few outside handoffs. Got Matt Jones involved in the running game for the Hawks, and for the DC defenders, you got a little bit of a mix of Donnell Pumphrey and Jarrell Presley came in and was able to get some big gains and some big on that last drive for the defenders to go up and score a touchdown. So the Hawks have got to be able to figure out and get an answer for that really, really tough outside zone, outside stretch type of running game that they do. Definitely got a really good battle, and right now the Battlehawks are coming out on this drive with more of some throws, and the inside handoffs have gone away a little bit. So it's kind of good to be able to get Tamu into a rhythm here, so we can get a good balance of run and throw to be able to throw the defenders off and maybe be able to score a touchdown here to start the second quarter on this drive. For those of you who are here, and you guys are free to comment here in the chat, and also be sure to hit that thumbs up for the Hawks. And if you're not a fan of the Battlehawks and you're just here, give it a thumbs up anyway. The support would be greatly appreciated. And heck, if you're a fan of sports in general, give it a thumbs up. And we're about to start the second quarter with the Battlehawks up. Coming up here with some really nice throws by Tuamu. We got him in the shotgun with Keith Ford in the backfield. And it's about the 49-yard line of DC. So Tamu on the move is going to throw it. It's going to be short to Marcus Lucas, and he's not going to get anything on that. Very well played there in the coverage by the defenders. So nothing doing right there. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up to start the first play of the second quarter.
Also for DC and their defense, they're shorthanded because Scooby Wright, linebacker, will not return, as well as Elijah.
And now we got Christian Michael in the backfield with Tamu. I'm probably going to call it an inside handoff to him. But we got 3 wides, and it is an inside handoff to Michael. He's going to get about 8 on that for the Hawks, and it's going to be about 3rd and 2 coming up.
Seems like they made another switch because Mike Miller had a little bit of a rocky start.
Yeah, just for the record, our starting center, Brian Folkerts, came off the field with an injury, and now we got a new center in there, and things were a little shaky to start with Michael Miller, and now there was a couple of bad snaps in there, but right now he's settled down. He's able to get some good snaps on 3rd and 2, and we got another inside handoff. I believe that this is Michael for about 5 or 6 right there. So we got a first down, and the Hawks are driving, and now we got Michael Miller coming off for some reason. I guess maybe we're going to go for a different center.
Saw him go in, have some struggles at center, but I'm sure most of his weeks of practice are in this kind of.
And we got 1st and 10.
We just saw him do there.
Ball to 32, and we got a whistle and a flag down. And it's a false start on the Hawks. That's up with these pre-snap penalties, guys. Let's get it going. Get it together. Chuck Long calling the play for the Hawks on 1st and 15 here. So on 1st and 15, I'm looking at. I would definitely like to see a pass here. Get Tamu comfortable and get a few quick throws out. Instead, it's an outside handoff, and this is going to go nowhere at all. I was hoping for a pass. Instead, now we got 2nd and 15 coming up.
702 X dig. Double F 702 X dig.
So Greg, he told us that there's 2 buttons in his hand. See the red button?
It's right there.
He said one button goes to the players, the other to the coaches. And he said,
okay, with about 12 and a half to go in the second, we got 2nd and 15. Ball at the 39-yard line of St. Louis. Tamu back to throw, and he's going to dump it off short. And Chris and Michael is going to get a first down, going all the way to the right. And
is he pressing the right button? Certainly, so far it seems so.
Okay, he's close to a first down. Maybe he might be a little bit short. Man, Chris and Michael with a little bit of shucking and jiving out of some tackles right there. For a big guy, he's got a little bit of moves. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Hawks. So he's just a little bit short of the first down, but the ball is now deep into DC territory. Ball at about the 27-yard line of DC. Michael is going to take it on an outside handoff. I'm sorry, that's Matt Jones. And he's going to get a first down for the Hawks.
That time they do line up 85 Marcus Lucas on his hip. Watch them just cave this side down. And now
Jones was able to avoid a tackle on that one as well. So it looks like as if the outside handoffs to the right are working pretty well, but not to the left. They're getting bottled up there. Jones in the backfield. Ball at the 18-yard line. Another inside handoff to Jones. This one's going to go for about 2. So we got 2nd down coming up at the 16 of DC. And this so far, we got a really good drive coming here by the Hawks.
So many different looks we touched on in the open. 601.
So far, Jordan Tamu 6 for 7 and 49 yards, no touchdowns, no picks.
Just continue to grow that package. Instead, it's really hard because what we try to do is we try to just do what we do well.
Tamu the shotgun with 2 running backs in the backfield. Tamu back to throw, and it's incomplete. Going for Marcus Henry in the end, close to the end zone. Going over the middle, nothing doing to Marcus Lucas. So he goes for like a post, and then it was batted down incomplete by the safety Raheem Moore of the defenders. So nothing doing right there. I mean, that was actually, maybe the timing was a little bit off, but really good play right there. And on 3rd and 8, we got another preset penalty again, and I think this is probably going to be a false start again, but I thought I saw a defender come off. And it's a false start again on the Hawks. False start on the left tackle. Okay, 3rd and 13 coming up. If not, at least if we don't convert this, we can actually tie this with a field goal. Tamu to throw, and it's incomplete. Going for LaDamian Washington, nothing doing there. And here comes Russolini out for a field goal.
And he does a great job. He's at the top of the screen. He's inside leverage.
Going for a slant right there to Washington, nothing doing, and then the coverage was very well was very good right there for the defenders. Desmond Lawrence on the coverage, and here comes the field goal, 40 yards, and Russolini is good. So now that's going to tie it up.
6-6 defenders, Battlehawks.
There is a house that stands strong. Built on the foundation of
So the 6 of you in here that is here watching this, you guys can comment anytime you want. Give me your thoughts on the game, thoughts on anything else, anything football, anything sports related. I have my take. So, and also be sure to give this video a thumbs up.
We're covering history as it happens. It's a big deal.
Being first is important, but being right is even more important. And that's not something that we take lightly.
Democracy 2020. It's in your hands. Fox News America is watching.
Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Then I realized I could actually do something. Now I use keeps. The easiest way to keep
my guess here, the defenders, I think they're probably going to keep on going with what's working. They're going to go with some outside handoffs of their own. Jarrell Presley has been able to chew up this defense on the ground. Donnell Pumphrey has had some success in the middle. I expect Tyree Jackson to come out with some more throwing, as he has been able to do pretty well in terms of when he's been able to throw. He's had some time in the pocket. He's been able to take off a little bit. I think he can do some stuff, and also in the ground game. So there's got to be an answer for hopefully the Hayes brothers can get something going together for this Battlehawk defense to stymie that running game a little bit more, and maybe force another turnover. That would be very helpful. As you know, that turnovers tell games, and so far with one turnover, it has not really told the story of this game, but it has helped the Hawks. And that's why Cardale is on the bench right now, because of the really bad throw that wound up getting picked by the Battlehawks, Kenny Robinson, the safety. And that's why the game is tied at 6 with 9:49 to go in the second quarter.
All kinds of intrigue and injuries early on in this game. This has been awesome. I mean, what a great environment, great day. I know we're enjoying it. The fans are enjoying it. It's been great.
If anyone has been betting on the over, right now things are not looking so good. I would have to say, but there's definitely a lot of time to be able to score some points. But so far, we've gotten a little bit of some defense in there. Not too much pass rush, but in terms of stopping the pass, not much doing anything for both quarterbacks. It's been more of a running game with obviously the running backs of both teams doing very well. Pumphrey and Presley for the defenders, and Jones and Christian Michael for the Hawks. Chewing and imposing their will on the ground game on the offense for the opposing defenses. And here we go for the defenders. They are going to go for an inside handoff, and not much doing there. It's probably going to be for about 2 or 3. Pumphrey on the carry. So far, there hasn't been much of anything coming from any of the receivers. Nothing doing for Eli Rogers or Rashad Ross, and Simi Cobbs is also on the defenders. And we got an outside handoff to Pumphrey going for about 2 or 3 on that. So it'll be 3rd down coming up for the defenders. Kind of surprised that the wide receivers are not getting very involved. I guess that goes to show that the corners of the Hawks are doing very well. They're doing their job in the defensive backfield, but the defensive line and linebackers got to get together. On 3rd and 6, maybe there's going to be some luck here, as Jackson's probably going to have to be forced to throw it, and he is on the run, and he's going to throw it incomplete with nothing doing there. The Hawks defensive backs doing their thing and keeping the defenders from being able to throw here, and they're going to force a punt here. So the Hawks are going to get the ball back with 8:30 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Rolled out, scrambled into the boundary, and he had no hate on his team to that side of the field, but threw the ball out of bounds, punt and regroup on the sideline.
The Jackson had a touchdown his first series, 3 and out on the next penalty flag. Ball is blocked.
And it's blocked. And we got a flag on the play. That could be something right there. I don't know what happened there. Let's check out the penalty. But the punt got blocked. They're saying it's on DC, I think. It's an illegal formation on DC, so wow, that's going to be a huge game for the Battlehawks right there, as the punt was blocked by the special teams. So the Battlehawks are going to get really good field position here off this blocked punt when you tack on the penalty of the illegal formation by the defenders. Very good block right there.
He just ran him over. What do you think? Selson didn't have a chance there. Had a penalty and had a tough block there.
Now the Battlehawks in business. Hang on.
And we got another false start again by the Hawks again. So that's going to back up. It's going to back them up. So it'll be 1st and 15.
This is the 4th position he's played today. He's now in left guard.
Okay. Ball is at about the 38-yard line, and we got an inside handoff for about a couple on there.
So he's going to do it. Carlton, you set your team up for great field position. Coach Hayes just had some words with you. What did he share?
He just told me good job, but keep it going. I'm not even going to lie. I know I was going back to the point earlier this week watching them on film, and I just executed.
How do you continue to build on this?
Okay, 2nd down. Ball about the 40-yard line of DC. St. Louis back to throw. I'm sorry, Tamu back to throw, and the ball is incomplete. Thrown incomplete to the left, and that was a pretty good play right there. And it's Raheem Moore again, the safety, making plays left and right for the defenders. That goes to show that Moore can still play, even though despite having some injuries derailing his career in the NFL, and he's come to play for the defenders today. Okay, 3rd and long. St. Louis has it, and Tamu back to throw, and he's going to throw this one into the dirt, incomplete. Going for Pearson L, and we got a flag down. And it's a hold on the Battlehawks. And it'll be 4th down for, man, nothing doing on this drive.
He was disappointed in himself. He felt the last couple weeks he kind of got away from his.
Nothing doing right there. Tamu just wasn't able to find anybody open, and off this blocked punt in good field position, nothing doing, and the Hawks are going to have to punt. But I think Marquette King here is going to be able to pin the defenders pretty deep here. And it's going to be a touchback, I think. I keep forgetting you can't really do any coffin corner punting, and you got to give Raheem Moore some credit on that for the defenders right there in defending some passes and doing pretty well in coverage. So nothing doing for the Hawks right here. So obviously this is kind of getting a little bit boring. So I understand why a lot of people have left, because offenses aren't really doing much outside of a whole bunch of ground game from both teams.
That's why I like Liberty Mutual. They get that no two people are alike, and customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Almost done.
Said as it is, not much pass rush, not much going anything deep down the field. Both quarterbacks are not really doing much as far as the passing game goes. Tom was able to complete a few throws down the field here and there, but he's been mostly been giving a whole bunch of handoffs to running backs, to Jones, to Michael, 1 or 2 to Keith Ford. Nothing doing much as far as the defenders are going. In terms of the passing game, a lot of handoffs going to Presley, going to Pumphrey. It's really been a running. It's been basically been a running thing for both teams, running and defense for both teams.
No one carries cash. Or requesting a call to help get a new credit card. One that hasn't PNC. Make today.
So far, not much doing in this first half of this game, with the lone touchdown going to the DC defenders, and the points after were no good. They were only going for 1 point. And the Battlehawks points have only been just 2 field goals, and that's been really about it. For those of you who are in this live stream here, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up for the Hawks. Give it a thumbs up for football. Give it a thumbs up for sports in general. So it's all for the fun. So
It all starts with an invitation. The invitation to Lexus sales event now through March 31st.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on all 2020 models.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
DC with a touchdown and the missed conversion, couple field goals for St. Louis. That's where we stand, 6-6 game.
And with the game back, the defenders are going to have the ball, and they're going to be in pretty decent field position with the touchback by Marquette King. For those of you who have been stuck around here since the beginning of the game, thanks very much. And if you're somebody that just joined, stick around for a little bit, and things could probably turn around here with maybe a little bit more action here. There could be some deep throws. There could be some plays here, a couple sacks, turnovers. Who knows? Handoff. And this one is actually it's a fake handoff, and it's a keeper by Tyree Jackson. He's going to get about 3 or 4 on this on first down to start out this drive. Also, there's absolutely nobody that's giving this thing a thumbs up. Thumbs up, I beg of you. Please. Tyree Jackson on 2nd and 6. He's going to keep it again, and he's going to juke out of a potential tackle and get a first down. And then it looks like we got Tyree Jackson using his legs here to keep this game going here for this drive going here for the defenders. And right now we got a little bit of a nice mix of some running game from both running backs, Presley and Pumphrey. Now we got Tyree Jackson taking the ball himself and getting some first downs.
I'm not sure Jackson is that sort of player, but even plays
First and 10, ball at the 45-yard line of DC. And here's a flea flicker coming, and Tyree Jackson is going to throw it to a flat to a receiver. Not sure who it is yet. It looks like it's Kari Lee for a minimal gain of about maybe 2 or 3 on that. I think maybe he was trying to go deep right there, but nothing doing right there as the Battlehawks secondary is doing a really nice job keeping the receivers at bay for the defenders. And it only went for 2 on that flea flicker right there. Presley in the backfield. And the handoff is to Eli Rogers, a wide receiver, finally getting something, but it's a running thing, and it's a first down for the defenders. So finally we got Eli Rogers and a receiver involved in the game since the first quarter. Rogers was able to get a handoff before, and he was able to take it for a first down, and this time he got it again, and it's going to be a first down to the 41-yard line of St. Louis, and Tyree Jackson is going to keep this one. He's going to get a big gain here for maybe he's going to get about 8 on this, so it should be second down coming up for DC as they are moving the ball and driving. Really nice mix here going here. They're doing a little bit something different on this drive with Tyree Jackson taking the ball and keeping it.
Element of this offense that Cardell Jones does not bring to them. And you can understand why Pep Hamilton felt they needed to make a change to the quarterback position.
Second and 2, and we got an inside handoff. This is not going to go for very much, maybe only 1 right there by it's Presley on the inside handoff. So far, the total yards are pretty much even, and the defenders are getting the most yards here, and St. Louis with the most passing yards, obviously, because there's been the most passing attempts by the Hawks. So now we got 3rd and 1 coming up, and the ball is at the 31-yard line, and we got another inside handoff for the first down by the defenders.
They can spread you out and make you defend the entire field. We got jet motions. Now we have the zone read elements.
And I see that it is Presley taking the ball for a first down by the defenders, and they are now in Battlehawk territory and are threatening to score yet again.
The 25 plays so far here this afternoon.
Snap to Tyree Jackson, and it's a short pass to Eli Rogers, and it's only going to go for about maybe like 1 on that. Good tackle on the play right there. So it's 2nd and 8 coming up for the defenders. And we got the 2-minute warning. So looks like there's a really good chance for the defenders to get some points here before the end of the half. They are driving and are deep into Battlehawk territory, so Battlehawks got to be able to figure out some things to bottle up that running game of the defenders, as 3 players are basically the running game of DC's running game. It's quarterback Tyree Jackson, Donnell Pumphrey, and Jarrell Presley, the 3 main guys of the running game of the defenders, with Eli Rogers, the wide receiver, getting a few outside handoffs.
This is a stage, the guard wires, the mecca, with Starshine
so far, not so much going on really. It's been a like a running thing and defense for both teams. So I understand why people are trickling out of this stream because there's just not much going on.
It was like that feeling when you go to high five a coworker and you do a perfect high five.
So I understand it's not a great game, not really much going on. So maybe I'll take this time to rest my voice a little bit here with this commercial going on here.
I changed my favorite, Derek.
Hey, knock it off.
Sorry. Get a free footlong. Yup, free. When you buy one on the Subway app, order now.
Nothing says spring like a brand new family. And compared to our competition, nobody has a newer family than Hyundai, including 3 new SUVs in the last 2 years. And at the Hyundai Spring Sales event, you'll save big on all of them, even our littlest one. Get big savings on all of our new family members at the Hyundai Spring Sales event, going on now.
Get a Santa Fe or Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 500 of that cash.
So this whole entire first half has been really not much going on. It's been very much a defensive contest with the DC Defenders being the only team that has scored a touchdown. That came off a Tyree Jackson touchdown from 9 yards out to tight end Kari Lee, and the Battlehawks have taken just 2 field goals, and that's why the score is at 6-6. Not much to speak of, and that's kind of how things are with the 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. I'm hoping for a little bit more, some more action here, and not much doing here. No, neither of the quarterbacks have really been able to do much in terms of the passing game, with Jordan Tomu getting the most passing yards in this game. So, and now here we are back with the Defenders driving 2nd and 8, ball at the 28-yard line. Now you got a quick pass to the running back, Pumphrey. He's going to get about a couple on that, and it's 3rd down coming up for the Defenders.
But give credit to Marquez White, number 27, the corner of St. Louis. His eyes were on his receiver. He did not look in the backfield at the initial pass. I like that.
3rd and 6.
A little bit there. Gave a new wrinkle with the 2 running back look. Tried to hit him on the trick play with the double pass, but St. Louis is a very disciplined, sound defense.
Play clock running low. Jackson hands it off on 3rd and 6, and Presley's only going to get about 2 or 3 on that, so it'll be 4th down. Pretty interesting choice of going for a handoff here by the Defenders. I think play clock was running low, so that could have been probably part of the factor right there. So on 4th and 3, it looks as if the Defenders are going to take a field goal with Ty Rouse out there to take a pretty short field goal, 40 yards, and he's going to miss it wide right. And that's a turnover on downs right there for the Battlehawks, as they came out empty on this, and the Defenders, they came out empty on this drive, and with a missed field goal right there after a really promising drive led by Tyree Jackson, the quarterback, who was able to take a couple of nice handoffs, or take a couple of nice ones himself, a couple handoffs to various running backs and wide receiver Eli Rogers, and the snap was a little high for Rouse, so I can see why he missed it. So that's going to get the ball back to the Battlehawks, and are going to get pretty decent field position after the missed field goal, and Tomu is going to come out on a strike, passing it left to Alonzo Russell for a 1st down. So with under 2 minutes to go, this is going to be like a hurry up for the Hawks in order to be able to score some touchdowns here at the end of this. So, but of course there are some clock stoppages after after a play, but then once the offensive line gets up to the ball, then it's a running clock. 2nd and 10 after an incompletion. Ta'amu back to throw, and he's going to throw this one incomplete over the heads of a couple of receivers. Nothing doing there. Now we got 3rd and long coming right up for the Hawks.
Run your routes, okay? All right, let's go. Trade right, 701, H. Coco. No hot. We're 701, H. Coco.
Here we go. And we got under a minute to go. After the completion, 3rd and 10, Ta'amu is off to throw, and he's going to get sacked. But I think there's a flag down, and I think the defenders came offside. So that is going to be a 5-yard penalty for Anthony Johnson coming offside for the DC defenders. Will give this Battlehawks offense a little bit of a break. 3rd and 5 coming up. Came off a little bit early, and that's going to negate the sack. So we got 3rd and 5 for the Hawks, a little bit of more of a manageable 3rd and 5 coming up for Ta'amu and the offense. And now we got another stoppage here. I think this is probably a timeout here. The defenders are calling a time here, so that is their first. So I think they're probably going to try to see if they can get the ball back themselves by calling a timeout here. 55 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. So far, not much doing. The defenders are the only team to score a touchdown, which that was a touchdown pass from Tyree Jackson to Kari Lee, the tight end, and the Battlehawks have taken only field goals coming off the right foot of Taylor Russolini. So far it's been more of a defensive contest, with the passing game being almost non-existent and the running game being the only thing really working for both teams.
So this unique audio situation where we really have great insight into these huddles during timeouts or during breaks. You heard Pat Hamilton say, hey, we use the
One thing I would like to see the Battlehawks do is use Ta'amu in the running game a little bit, maybe get a couple of keepers in there, maybe go with some RPOs. I don't know what, but right now what's working pretty well is our inside handoffs and outside handoffs to both Jones and Christian Michael. But now we got 3rd and 5 coming up with the ball at the 48-yard line of DC. Got a throw here. Ta'amu is going to get buried and sacked. And it's Anthony Johnson, the outside linebacker, coming in again, and Ta'amu got buried, and man, nothing there. Very good blitz call by the defenders right there, with Anthony Johnson coming off the edge to get Ta'amu, and the defenders are going to get the ball back with a few seconds to work with, probably somewhere in the 20s, to be able to get the ball back and maybe score some points of their own. And the punt came off, and there's going to be a little bit of a return here by the defenders, but there's a flag down again. With about 20 seconds to go, probably nothing doing here for DC. They might just sit on the ball here.
Kicking team number 48. That 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the kick. First down.
So remember, you got one timeout. The clock stops after every single play here. Realistically, I mean, they're on the 25.
Okay, so the defenders are going to get the ball with 1st and 10 with 20 seconds to go in this half. Tyree Jackson coming back on the field for the defenders, so we shall see what's going to happen here on this drive. There's probably not going to be much of anything doing here. Not much time to work with. But they are pretty close to midfield. Right now we got the ball at the 35-yard line of DC, and we're just gonna Tyree Jackson's gonna hand this one off to Presley. So not much doing there. So some time is just gonna go off the clock right there. So I'm not so sure what they're trying to do. We got some more time going off the clock, and I think this is probably going to do it for the second half. And that's it. That's going to do it for the first half of this game. Battlehawks versus the DC Defenders, all tied.
He just told me, and he did say this before the game. He said, "I told you be ready." I'll never forget what Pep said. You told us you have one job, disrupt the QB. You did that. How does the defense continue to build off that?
At the end of the day, it's all about momentum. Just like you stated, we still got to keep working as a group, stay together, stay composed, and go out and continue the job at hand.
So that's how the first half is going to end, with the obviously this one being not so much of a scoring thing, with only the DC Defenders scoring the only touchdown at with a touchdown pass from Tyree Jackson to Kari Lee 9 yards out, and the Battlehawks only scoring field goals coming off the right foot of Taylor Russolini, and that's really all there really has been. Outside of that, it's been mostly a defensive contest, with the only thing that working for both teams has been the running game. So that's all there really has been to it for this game.
It all starts with an invitation to feel connected. The invitation to Lexus sales event now.
I should give the ball over to the Battlehawks because they're going to get the ball to start out the second half. So I'll move that really quick.
Well, it's about time we got to work. There we go. Red Bull gives you wings.
And with halftime underway, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to step aside, go get some refreshments, and that's really how it's going to roll for now.
Play 8 of our best games free with the purchase of a $10 game card. That's like getting $10 in free gameplay. Seriously, we're for real. It's our never been done before unreal deal only at Dave & Buster's. Hey, yo, welcome to the new Chris Paul workout show. If you want to make it to the NBA, you got to have a killer crossover. GNCP crossover. Oh, Jake from State Farm. Here's the deal. There's no replacing the real Chris Paul, just like there's no replacing State Farm. Man, what happened? Who are you? I'm the new Chris Paul. Man, you want the real deal? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. After 225 years of Jim Beam, we think we just look back on our past. Nope. We're looking to our future. We're crafting new bourbons, creating new ways to drink them, and teaching a new generation of distillers. So now, we're not raising a glass to the last 225 years. We're raising Jim Beam for 225 years to come.
A live bookkeeper is helping customize QuickBooks for me.
Okay, you're all set up.
Thanks. That was my business key. This one's casual.
Get set up right with a live bookkeeper with Intuit QuickBooks. Thinking Midas. People should know we can service their whole car.
Yes.
Tires, brakes, oil, everything. Everything. We must tell the people.
Now get an oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more with our maintenance package, just $29.99.
We asked college kids if they would get up early for a Burger King sandwich.
I didn't even know Burger King had breakfast.
This is good.
This is better than what I usually eat. Definitely worth waking up for it.
The BK sandwich. Get 2 for $4, but 2 doubles for $5. Your way. Way better. Red Bull Zero. And Red Bull Sugar Free. Full of wings. Free of sugar.
It all starts with an invitation to be our guest. The invitation to Lexus sales event, now through March 31st.
Lease the 2020 RX 350 for $409 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Kirkland Hernandez. Coverage begins Saturday, 6:30 Eastern.
Okay. So we only have one person here on this live stream. I would like to know, who are you? So reveal yourself in the chat. Just kind of like to be able to know your opinions on this game and let's see how things are going to go for the rest of this game. Okay, now we got 2 people here. Because anyone can come in and just share their opinions and thoughts, ask me some questions.
They are unbeaten 5-0. The Guardians are catching fire a little bit here. Luis Perez, second week starting, and he's got a couple of wins behind his belt here. 80-yarder to Colby Pearson, made it 20-6 New York, and then a little D. How about this play? Nice play. Good pass, Ryan Mueller, and then he picks it off himself and runs it in. And the Guardians right back in the race, 30-12. They win. They're 3-2 with a couple wins in a row. So Perez again. You know, the switch was made to him. He started the year as a number 3 quarterback, and now he's 2-0.
So right now we're kind of going over some of the other games right there. Obviously, the Houston Roughnecks continue to be really good, undefeated so far. PJ Walker continues to be very amazing, although the 2 interceptions that he threw aren't all that great, but he's still doing really great. And then throwing to the phenom wide receiver, Cam Phillips. Obviously, the Roughnecks are really, really doing great. I think they're probably the favorites to win this whole thing. They're just really super explosive on offense. I don't know what defense can stop them. Battlehawks really couldn't do anything to stop that offense, and sad as it is, that's been the story of the year is PJ Walker, Cam Phillips. They're doing a great job. They've pretty much been the talk and the talk of the league.
Do you think this would look good in your dad's bathroom?
That's the one.
Any color you want, we can mix it or match it.
Nice. Get Valspar Ultra Interior Paintless Primer starting at $24.98 a gallon. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Well, it's about time we got to work.
I gotta zoom in really quick here, guys.
There we go. Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull Zero. And Red Bull Sugar Free. Full of wings. Free of sugar.
You know what really hits the spot after spending 12 hours in a room with no windows? Not a protein bar. I'm talking about a burger with that crispy wheel of cheese on it.
Help me, help you.
The new BFC Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Yeah.
Soldier, we managed to bring back.
So with this, obviously at halftime, not really much to really go over. Just to go over the quick summary of how things went over for the first half and the first quarter. Both teams didn't really do much. They went 3-and-out. And then the first team to go up on the board was the Battlehawks. They were able to get a field goal. And then the defenders came roaring back on the next drive. And in 5 or 6 quick plays, they were able to get a nice touchdown pass from quarterback Tyree Jackson to Kari Lee, and then the Battlehawks came back with a nice drive and were able to get another field goal, and that's why the score is at 6-6, with mostly this being more of a defensive contest and the running back showcasing their abilities in getting some explosive runs and first downs, with the majority of those carries going to Donnell Pumphrey of the defenders, and Matt Jones getting the bulk of the carries from the Battlehawks, sharing some time with Chris and Michael. And for the defenders, you got Jarrell Presley getting some explosive runs for the defenders, and that's really all she wrote in terms of this game, really. Cardale Jones was the quarterback to start for the defenders and had a couple of drives and threw an interception to Kenny Robinson, and that's why he was ultimately benched in favor of Tyree Jackson. So we are about to start the third quarter. As you can see right here on the graphic that I'm still in halftime. I got changes to the third quarter. Hang on. Battlehawks will get the ball to start the second half as the defenders got the ball first to start.
He said to us, I got to get back to being more aggressive. I got to bring pressure. We got to get Damu. We got to get guys in his face, get guys in his lap. And boy, have they done that. We saw Anthony Johnson close the half with a big sack there on third down. This guy, they are doing a great job.
So far, the only sacks in the game have all come from the DC defenders. You had Anthony Johnson on a really big sack that stopped the Battlehawks in their tracks from being able to go down and maybe take the lead. So it's really been a really much of a shutdown case for both secondaries, as wide receivers from both teams are not able to get open. Pass rush has been very minimal, and the run defenses from both haven't been great, but they haven't been super good either, because we're definitely seeing we're seeing a really 107 to 88 in terms of rushing yards, with the 107 going to the defenders. They are able to run this ball down the Battlehawks' throat, unfortunately, and not much doing. Not much answers in terms of stopping their running game. Then you have Tyree Jackson, who is somewhat of a dual threat. He's been able to take the ball himself and run for a couple of first downs and chew up some yards in the ground game as well. I would really like to see what the Battlehawks can do in terms of getting Tamu a little bit more involved in the passing game, or in the running game, as opposed to the passing game. So I would say just do whatever it takes to be able to make some adjustments from the first half to the second half to be able to get something going on offense. Here's the kickoff, and Keith Mumphrey's going to take this on the return. He's going to get to about the 25-yard line. So far, the stats for the quarterbacks: Tamu 7 for 14, 65 yards, and Tyree Jackson 3 of 4 for 13 yards, and the touchdown to Kari Lee. That's all really there is for the quarterbacks. 1st and 10. Ball across the 25-yard line. He's able to get to the 28. And here's a handoff to Matt Jones, and it's for a couple. Surprise, this team is going to go for the running game, as it has worked pretty well. Second and 8, ball at the 30-yard line approximately. Snap, and Tamu has it. He's going to avoid a sack and then gets sacked by the defenders. They are coming with some pass rush to start out the second half. And
They are just bringing it. You see, he's lined up out here. He's a big body guy now to be lined up at the outside, 286 pounds. This just
really, Tamu was definitely scrambling around trying to find something and nothing doing really, and eventually wound up getting sacked right there.
that's just effort. That's want to. That's effort.
Scrambling around, nothing doing right there. Tamu able to escape, and he's going to take it himself and only get about 14 on that on 3rd and 17. So we got 4th down, and St. Louis will punt to start their first half for their first drive on the second half. Really good defensive drive to start out for the defenders, coming in, bringing in some pressure and getting home for a sack. And pretty good punt right there by King, and DC will put a pretty good return on that. Flag down. It's an illegal formation on the Battlehawks, and that's going to add a little bit more onto the returns. So pretty decent field position for the defenders as they're going to start their first drive of the second half with, I'm pretty sure that Tyree Jackson will be back. So
and now we'll see if they take the reins off and let it
let's see what they can do in terms of the passing game for Tyree, and I probably expect a little bit more running game, obviously, because it's working very well for them. Got Pumphrey in the backfield, 3 wides, snap, and it's going to be a handoff to a wide receiver. This is DeAndre Tompkins for a huge gain. He's going to get into Battlehawk territory to about the 39-yard line. Really good call right there to get an outside handoff to a receiver. That seems to be working out very well for them, as it was Eli Rogers that has taken a couple and got some big gains on the left side. This time it's Tompkins.
Just make this really good, aggressive St. Louis team have to guard every inch of.
There really isn't much of an answer for this running game at all for the Hawks, as they're using everybody. Jackson back to throw, avoids a sack, and he's going to get nothing on it ultimately, as there was some pressure, and we got a flag down. Let it be on the offense. Let it be on DC for once. The Battlehawks always seem to be getting the calls, and it's a hold on the defenders right there. So that probably could have been a reason why there was no sack right there.
Something you see a lot when the quarterback breaks contain. This is a staple of Pep Hamilton. You see Cook right here, the right guard, who they called the hold on. Gets under center with 2 tight ends.
So there was an outside fake. Tyree Jackson was on the move, and there was almost a sack right there, but holding. So it's gonna be 1st and 20. Coming up for the defenders at the St. Louis 43, and now we got an outside handoff to Pumphrey for only a couple. Tackled by Terrence Garvin of the Hawks.
St. Louis's run defense, the second best run D in the league. And DC today with 138 yards running.
2nd and 19 coming up. The Hawks about the 46.
This defense is an issue now. They are good.
Jackson the shotgun with Presley in the backfield with him. Snap. Jackson going with a quick pass on a screen to Presley, and he's gonna get bottled up there on a tackle by Terrence Garvin of the Hawks for -3. So it'll be 3rd and 22 coming up for the defenders.
Watching dissect this under screen, the running back comes
Very
over
well
deep,
played right there by the defense there. Terrence Garvin making some plays right here to start out.
Inside linebackers that allows Jay Hayes to really
Okay, it's 3rd and 20, so it's for only -1. Jackson to throw, throws it underneath to, it looks like, Presley, and he's going to get some of that back, but won't matter. 4th down coming up. And this could put the defenders into field goal range and to take the lead here.
That's a field goal miss. Here today, and this may be a long one. It's long on the year. He's 54.
Rousa actually missed Ty Rousa actually missed a field goal. Let's see if he can make this one from 52. And this one's good this time from 52 yards out, and now it's 9-6 defenders.
Well, this run game is controlling things for Pep Hamilton. The field goal by Rousa gives him the lead.
And here we have another burst pipe in Denmark. If you look close,
Jamie, are there any interesting photos from your trip?
ouch. Okay.
So that's going to put the defenders on the board, and with a field goal coming from 52 yards out. Again, there seems to be just no answer at all for the running game of the defenders, the Hawks.
Game show.
There just is a lot of firepower coming from the running game from Jackson, from Presley, and Humphrey.
It's 0.9% APR for 60 months on all 2020 models.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Now in the Subway app, get a free footlong. Just buy one on the app and get one free. Yep, free. Classic footlong, milty footlong.
So I think here's what the Battlehawks can do on offense is continue that running game, get Matt Jones, get Kristen Michael and Keith Ford involved, and I would definitely like to see Tamu take some carries himself.
In life, there are people.
The passing game is just not working at all whatsoever for either one of the teams.
Protein snack made with 100% beef. Because in life, you either run with Sasquatch or you run from Sasquatch.
Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Then I realized I could actually do something. Now I use keeps, the easiest way to keep my hair.
So for those of you who are joining in this stream,
Get started at keeps.com.
it's 9-6 with the DC Defenders in the lead. They are the only team to score a touchdown. The Battlehawks have only taken 2 field goals, and the Defenders just got a field goal off a really long 52-yard field goal by Ty Rousa, and that's why we have a 9-6 lead for the home team, DC Defenders.
Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
That running game of DC is working very well, and there just is no answer at all for the Battlehawks. But the Hawks have also been able to run the ball fairly well themselves. They're just not able to sustain drives and be able to score a touchdown, which has been the key difference of the two teams. Is the Defenders are scoring a touchdown and Battlehawks are not able to punch it into the end zone. So
Progressive Insurance, save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Back here in Washington, D.C., where the Defenders up 9-6 on the Battlehawks, low scoring.
also, you guys can comment at any time you want and
Looking for to get back in the groove
give this video a thumbs up,
in our nation's town.
even though this is kind of a pretty boring game, with it being a very much a defensive contest, but this is what you get sometimes. Some of these defensive contests can be enjoyable.
Before the 25-yard line, Jenny Taft is working all the angles. Jenny, what do you
So the kickoff, and Mumphrey's going to get a minimal gain on that. But the Hawks have the ball, and let's see what we can do to get some points.
Ask Greg, what do I need to do? I'm in a bit of a slump, but he said it with a smile on his face. He said, ask Greg for some advice here. How do I make a play? How do I make myself known? So, Greg, what do you need to see?
I think he's got to just make one play. I think the next ball that gets thrown to him, I think he's overthinking it. I think he's.
And here's a handoff. This is probably Matt Jones for about 5 or 6 right there.
Catch one ball, make one block.
Might as well go with what's working, which is running.
Next thing they ask you to do it. Relax, settle down. We'll be fine. He's a talented kid, great receiver. You can't start questioning his strengths. That's what's gotten him to this point.
2nd and 5. Ball at the 32, and we got a quick pass out to the left to Washington. He's going to get buried for nothing at all. So it'll be 3rd and 5 or 6 coming up for the Hawks, and the defense is just doing a really great job of keeping this this passing game at bay. And
Best thing he's done in all the years I've been around him is run around.
And the Hawks are 3 for 9 on 3rd down conversions, so it's not very good. 3rd and 5. Tomo to throw. He's going to go with a pass, and it's complete to Washington. He's going to get a big gain. Nice. Very good. Looks like it was a nice little out route to Washington over the middle.
And they're told to just run interference for your man. Run right into the
So we got a 1st down for the Battlehawks finally, and now we got a handoff to Michael to the right, and he's going to get 2.
Just to finish the thought, when you're one of those games and the offense is maybe struggling, it really just takes one catch, just see it in your hands, you start to feel a little bit better about yourself.
It does. You got to make that one catch. We've all been there.
2nd and 8.
Where it doesn't seem like anything goes your way.
Handoff. And this one is over to Matt Jones and, Christian Michael. He's going to get a really big gain for a 1st down, and now the ball is deep into DC territory to about across the 20 to about the 18.
Inside zone, when you can spread them out and they have to guard everything with the RPOs and the wide smoke screens, all of a sudden there becomes a lot more space.
And there's an inside handoff again. This one's going to be buried this time, and going for a loss. It'll be 2nd and approximately about maybe 2nd and 12 here. Christian Michael coming off.
Not surprised. Volkerts, we used to call him Caveman Center. He had a long beard, long ponytail. He literally won Halloween dressed up as a caveman. He is a tough, smart kid. It's good to see him back out there.
2nd and 13. Tomo's going to keep it, and he's going to get probably about 4 or 5 on this to make it a little bit more manageable on 3rd down.
Last week was the exact opposite. He was kind of the star of the show when the running backs were really stuffed. They've done a nice job corralling him.
So it'll be 3rd and 10.
You see here, now they're kind of giving DC a little taste. They got both.
The ball is deep into DC territory, so a field goal here can tie this game. If we fail here on 3rd and 10, Ta'amu to throw. He's going to go for a short one to a running back. It's incomplete, and 4th down coming up. Just nothing doing right there. Tamu didn't even attempt to even throw it down the field. He just went for whatever was there. But the pass rush was fierce and it was coming in. So Rusolino will come in for another field goal again and to maybe tie this game. And he missed it. So now it remains 9-6 defenders after Taylor Rusolino comes on and misses it wide left. That probably explains it because there's a really bad snap right there. Really terrible snap. That was one of the worst snaps I've ever seen in my life. Yikes.
Result of that injury, whatever the case may be, he was holding his rib or something.
And that's why Rusolino missed it to the left right there. But considering how poorly that snap was, he was able to get that off. So the defenders will get the ball back. Tyree Jackson to throw. And it's a dump off to a running back that is Presley for about 4 or 5.
Just gonna let them have their moment, Kevin. All right, sorry to interrupt you guys. I know this is. What are you guys talking about first?
Just protection-wise, if the running back should stay in or not.
So that's going to do it for that. And this time we got Jackson going back to throw. He completes it over to the right for a first down. Not sure who that is that caught it.
You're just killing ourselves in the foot. And everything we've seen on film, they're doing the exact same thing. So we just got to execute, make smart decisions, and score.
And the defenders are now on the move, driving the ball and into St. Louis territory off that missed field goal. It's Rashad Ross that caught it, and Jarrell Presley is going to take the ball, and apparently he wasn't down, and I think that it's a big first down right there off a huge gain. They're saying that Presley is saying that he was never down on initial tackle, and he wasn't there. He just high-stepped over a few guys and got off it and was able to keep going. He knew he wasn't down, so that's a really big first down right there for the defenders. Presley on a really big gain, and now they are driving deep into Battlehawk territory, and now we got another inside handoff. This one is going to, I assume it's Humphrey, because Presley came off after that big run. So it's a second down and at about 5. I'm sorry, 2nd and 6. So Jarrell Presley really doing really big damage to this defense on outside handoffs to the right, as there just is no answer there. And the 2nd and 6 to go, RPO, and Tyree Jackson is going to be able to get this this off, and a touchdown. It looks like it's to Simi Cobbs, but there's a flag down. I think that this is obviously going to be this is going to be coming back. I think this penalty flag is going to be on DC, so that's not going to be a touchdown here. So that's the first time we've called Cobbs' name is on this play right here, but it will be null and void because it's going to be a hold on the offense.
So all that for nothing as the short took the right guard. Was the man penalized?
Some of the challenges with this RPO style.
So it is an RPO where Jackson goes back to pass goes for a nice slant route to his man Simi Cobbs, and it wound up going for a touchdown. I could definitely tell that the Hawks were playing a little bit off, so it was kind of like off man. So that's why Cobbs was able to get free, but all that for nothing, as the penalty will offset that, and it'll be 2nd and 11 for DC. Jackson back to throw. We got some pressure, and down he goes, but he got the ball off. So there was obviously a blitz call with Will Hill coming in there, and Jackson avoided the sack by getting the ball off just in time to avoid it.
Second down.
Good call.
Yeah, great job. I mean, you saw him kind of flopping and falling. He threw it underhand, but 31%. Let's see if the ball travels over his head. It's hard to see. There, he's right there. That's the running back.
They're possibly saying that could have been intentional grounding right there, because the ball probably would have gotten past the line of scrimmage, but they confirmed that it wasn't. So it's 3rd and 11. And now there's a timeout call here. So now we get a TV timeout here with the defenders driving here up 9-6 on the Hawks.
to welcome you to the neighbourhood with some homemade biscuits.
Oh, that's so nice.
And a little tip, Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Oh.
Cookies. Biscuits.
So with the defenders driving, they're doing a really, really nice job. A lot of that came off a big chunk of yet another Jarrell Presley outside handoff to the right, in which in this case he was never touched down. He was in a crowd of Battlehawk defenders, was never touched down, and was able to get a really big gain off that, and that's why the defenders are deep into Battlehawk territory yet again and are threatening to score yet again. For those of you who are in the who are watching this live stream, hit that thumbs up. And it doesn't matter which team you root for, whether you're a fan of the Hawks or the defenders, hit that thumbs up.
Seriously, we're for real. It's our never been done before unreal deal only at Dave & Buster's.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Yeah. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, save big with an incredible deal on the Toyota of your dreams. Offers end March 31st. To learn more about all our great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
So as far as the Battlehawks can go, I think the best thing you can try to do is just try to take away as much of the running game as you possibly can. And whenever Jackson goes back to throw,
there we go.
Obviously you can probably just do whatever you can to prevent any kinds of completions down the field, especially avoid anything deep down the field. So a really big play can really open things up for the defenders and possibly threaten to take this game out of contention.
Everything. We must tell the people.
Now get an oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more with our maintenance.
What the Hawks can do on offense is probably continue to work what's best for them, which is run the football with Jones, Michael, Ford, get Tomu involved also in the ground game too.
Let's go. Come on.
I think maybe that's just how things are just not going to work. Is maybe Tomu just is getting a spy on him, and maybe that could be the reason why he's only throwing and not on the move very much and running the football at all. And we are back with 3rd and 11 to go, and we got 3 minutes 41 seconds to go in the quarter. Jackson throws, and it's incomplete, going for DeAndre Tompkins, going for a short gain, but didn't matter. It was better that he didn't catch it anyway, and it's 4th and 11, so I think a field goal will be coming here for DC. Ty Rausa here, taking approximately a 51-yard field goal here to be able to make it a 6-game. And it's good. So now it's a 6-point game with the defenders up by a touchdown.
XFL football's on FS2. Jordan Ta'amu and St. Louis taking on Tampa Bay at 5 Eastern. And then next Sunday, Dallas battling DC on FS1 at 4 Eastern. Don't miss a second of all the action. Saturday, it's on FS2. Next Sunday on FS1, you can stream it all on the Fox Sports app. So officially credit that as a 50-yard field goal. But you get the idea. Bottom line.
Okay, so with that, the defenders now up by 6 with another Ty Rausa field goal from 50 yards out this time, and the Battlehawks are going to get the ball back, and I think a score here is a must here. I would expect more of the ground game to keep going. Maybe you get a little bit of a mix of some passing here. I would definitely try to go for some short to intermediate passes here. Maybe you take a couple of deep shots if you can. And here's the kickoff. Mumfree has it, and he's going to get to pretty close to the 30-yard line, definitely across the 25 to maybe about the 27-yard line, and that's where the Battlehawks will set up shop.
I mean, just look at this. 32 points per game. That was the average the last 2 weeks, and today 6. And it's not been by accident. They've played a stout game.
They have, and they've made some changes. You know, we talked at the top of the show about Matt.
Let's see what Chuck Long has in store for his offense in order to get this offense rolling again and get some points here. Here's an inside handoff. This is Matt Jones for 3, approximately. I'm sorry, Keith Ford for 3. And of course, that's been working, so might as well keep going with what's working right there. Is inside handoffs, and so that sets up 2nd and 7.
Everybody's a little different. They made the change, and
Tomu to throw. He's going to go with it. I think he's trying to throw it to Marcus Lucas, the tight end, to the right, and incomplete. Nothing there. Went for an out route to his tight end, Marcus Lucas. Tomu apparently just didn't hit his target, and now it's 3rd and long yet again. And this team has been really bad in third downs, especially getting into 3rd and longs. That's been the problem. 3rd and 7. Here we go. Tomu with pressure in his face rolls out right. On the move, throws, and it's incomplete to Alonzo Russell deep down the field. Nothing there. It'll be 4th down again. And we got a flag down. And it's offsides on the defense. So it'll be a break here for St. Louis as Anthony Johnson goes offside. So it'll be 3rd and short to come up for the Hawks. 3rd and 2.
he timed that one pretty good. Kind of hard from that angle to tell if he crossed the neutral zone or not, but we've seen him do that now twice. So if you're him, hey, put your eyes on the back tip of the ball.
So here we go. Tomu in the shotgun with 2 running backs back with him, Jones and Ford. Receiver in motion. Tomu to throw. It's caught over the middle. And this is Alonzo Russell for a 1st down. There we go. There we go. That's a nice slant right over the middle to Alonzo Russell for a 1st down for the Battlehawks, and now they are across the 50, or pretty close to the 50 of, but still in Battlehawk territory. And here is an outside handoff to Matt Jones. Now he's in DC territory, and that's going to be pretty close to a 1st down. 2nd and 4. Here we go. Gain of 6. Now we go no huddle. Tomu. Jones on a carry to the right, and he has a 1st down. First down. Now with under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, Jones checking out after that big 1st down run. 1st and 10. Now in DC territory. Battlehawks are rolling. Tomu to throw. He's going deep down the field to the right, and it looks like it's caught by Washington. Is he in bounds? Yep, he's in bounds. Nice catch by Washington, going deep down the right sideline. Has his feet in bounds. Great concentration on the catch. Woo! Just right behind it. The ball was a little bit underthrown, but he was able to make a great adjustment to the right, and that's a big 1st down. Now the ball is at the 15-yard line of DC, and now a quick throw to Pearson L, and now we've got a DC defender down. Looks like that is the corner, Lawrence, who is down. Desmond Lawrence, number 25 of DC, and with just 4 seconds to go in the 3rd, we have yet another player down.
This would be a tough loss for them.
Something happened because he got up right after the tackle and then kind of went back down to the ground.
Looks like Lawrence on the tackle just looks like Lawrence on the tackle probably just got a little bit banged up there. I have no idea what happened. Ooh, he's on the sideline.
Looked like maybe when he fist pumped, he like pulled something. Or...
He went on that. He was kind of like celebrating, and then just apparently went down, clutching his midsection. Could have been a pull or something. Could be a cramp. I don't know. But it appears that he's getting. He's still down on one knee. So, and now Lawrence is up.
Working the RPO type stuff. He's been super quiet. Before that last catch by Washington, really the entire receiving core, including the tight ends, the entire passing game has been pretty quiet. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Try to get Pearsonell involved.
So with second and 10, with 4 seconds left to go in the third, there was a quick throw out to Pearsonell for no gain at all. And after a really, really unbelievable catch by LaDainian Washington, grabbing the ball and staying in bounds on the right sideline to get a really huge gain and a really big first down for the Battlehawks. And now they're striking and threatening to score here, and a touchdown. It would be exactly what the Battlehawks need to be able to come up and make this a tie game here. So now you're going to the fourth quarter, and this is really good timing here for the Hawks to be able to take this and be able to make this a tie game here, or better yet, go up and take a lead here with either a 1-point or a 2-point conversion will do.
Hey America, come in for a $20 feast. Come to TGI Fridays today for 2 apps, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts, all starting at only $20.
But first things first, just gotta get into the red zone and punch this sucker in. I think what I would do here, if I was the Hawks, I would try to ground and pound your way right in here. It's been working very well with the ground game of Matt Jones, Christian Michael, Keith Ford. Any score here would be helpful.
Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Then I realized I could actually do something. Now I use Keeps, the easiest way to keep my hair, and it only costs $1 a day, which means no more covering up. Get started at Keeps.com.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be?
So with the fourth quarter about to begin, here's a little bit of a summary of the game. The defenders are the team that got the ball first, but it was the Battlehawks that struck first by taking a field goal to go up 3-0, and then the DC defenders got the first touchdown of the game by a touchdown pass from Tyree Jackson to Kari Lee from 9 yards out, and then it was the Battlehawks taking a couple of field goals, and the defenders also taking 2 field goals, and that's why the score is 12-6 coming into the fourth quarter.
Saturday and Sunday on FS2 and FS1. Download the Fox Sports Super 6 app today and lock in your picks for a chance to win cash prizes.
That's really all there has been it for this game. Has really been mostly a defensive contest with lots of running game, as the passing game has not worked out very well for both sides, but more so for the Hawks, but more so for the defenders. But the only difference is that the defenders have scored on their drive, and Tyree Jackson being the quarterback that has been the only quarterback that has scored a touchdown, a throwing touchdown to Kari Lee, and Ta'amu has yet to throw a touchdown pass. And let's hope we can do it here on this drive, as the Battlehawks are definitely threatening to score. The ball is at the 14-yard line of DC. Here is an inside handoff to Matt Jones. He's going to get about 9 on 2nd and 10, and so the 3rd and about 1 coming up for
DC now is bringing in some big boys. They've shown this look. They got
the Battlehawks, and now we're driving. We're at 3rd and 1.
On the other side, St. Louis they brought in the jumbo. Michael Miller's the left tight end.
Let's see what we do here. Handoff inside to Matt Jones. He's going to get stuffed, and he's not going to get the first. I think they were expecting that. I mean, inside handoff, the inside runs have been the only thing that's really been working for St. Louis, and now it's 4th and 1. I would, in fact, like to think that the Hawks are going to go for it here. You got to be able to convert this. Here we go, 4th and 1. Jordan in the shotgun. Tomu is going to keep it himself, and I don't think he got it. He didn't get it. Turnover on downs. He was just short. Just short. That was a really good call, though, for Jordan to take this one. And very well played by the DC defense right there to stop him just short.
He's had a few couple bad plays, but when the team needed him the most, came up with a big stop. Trophy told us, take away what they do best, which has obviously been the zone read, the RPO. And he's done exactly that this entire game. He's taken away what St. Louis has built this offense on, and it's really shown. They bring out the 6 of submission.
And, you know, the ball is obviously short, and they're going to measure it for some odd reason, but it's clearly short, and the spot of the ball seems kind of, it doesn't really look like it's correct. I thought Tomu got more than that. Like, he was just short, but it's almost like a full yard away. Like, he got nothing. Doesn't matter. DC's got the ball. 1st and 10 for the defenders. Ball at the 4-yard line. So on that drive, the Battlehawks, after coming away with a really nice drive, came away empty. And here's a handoff for DC. They're just going to look to take some time off the clock here while being up by a touchdown.
Kevin, this thing started as 2 different snakes. They combined in the 4th quarter because this one is all about. They want to take you through just how long this thing is. The fans in DC having an absolute amazing time. Guys, how challenging is it to make sure this thing doesn't break?
And here's Jackson to throw over to the left. He completes it to his receiver, and so that's going to be a 3rd and short coming up. And I believe that went to Rashad Ross. 3rd and 6. So far, the Battlehawks have got to come up big here on 3rd and 6 here to be able to get the ball back to the offense. We got 4 wides. Jackson in the shotgun. DC's going to call a timeout. Play clock was running low.
So while they call a timeout, we'll go to break. We have counted. Mitch Smith has given us a count. It's 14 more rows.
And now up 12-6. The defenders have the ball and are rolling with 12 minutes to go in the 4th. They just got a really big stop on 4th and 1 to stop the Battlehawks from potentially going up and making this a tie game.
You're
You're doing really great with the twirling. Dad, if you want to talk, I have a break.
So now we got a big 3rd and 6 coming up for the Hawks in order to get the ball back to the offense,
Like I wasn't here.
and maybe tie this game right up.
Keep doing it, buddy.
Switch to progressive and you can save hundreds.
Definitely got to give it to the defenders. They're having a really, really good game here. They're doing whatever it takes to obviously make the big plays when they need to on defense. And as far as the offense goes, the outside handoffs are doing great, especially with Jarrell Presley and Donald Pumphrey handling this stuff on the inside. The smaller running back
requires a little external soundproofing. Or PNC Total Auto, a place online to easily.
And then there's been Terry Jackson taking a few keepers, and wide receivers not doing a whole lot. The probably the best receiver today has been Eli Rogers, who has gotten 3 carries actually as a wide receiver.
Turkey's my favorite, bro. No, it's not. Tuna is. I changed my favorite, Derek.
Hey, knock it off.
Sorry. Get a free footlong. Yep, free. When you buy one on the sub.
And the only touchdown going to the DC defenders, that was a 9-yard touchdown from Jackson to the tight end Corey Lee, number 86. Battlehawks' only points have been 2 field goals from Taylor Russolino, and the other 6 points coming from the DC defenders came off the right leg of Ty Rossa for 2 50-plus yard field goals. So that's how things have gone up for the leading up into this last quarter of this game. Battlehawks versus Defenders in DC. For those of you who are in this live stream, give this a thumbs up.
Too much for a used car. I went into hiding in this undisclosed location. Only Carfax.com.
It would be greatly appreciated if I could get a few more likes of this stream, given the defensive struggle here for these two teams. It would be greatly appreciated to get a couple likes for this stream here. So
Reached a critical point in this game. DC up by 6, 12:25 to go. It's a 3rd down and 5. So even after St. Louis got stuffed.
and here we go, 3rd and 6. Jackson in the shotgun, and he's going to go with a keeper here. Jackson's going to get the first down and a whole lot more, and he's out to the 22-yard line. And that was a really good call right there by the defenders, going with a keeper right there. Fake handoff on an RPO, and Jackson takes it to the left side, shakes the defender on a clearly a missed tackle, and obviously the guy that whiffed was Will Hill, and couldn't bring him down, and Tyree Jackson gets the first down for the defenders to keep the drive alive. And now we got another handoff here. This is Presley for 7. Second and 4 coming up. Ball well across the 25 to the 30-yard line for the defenders. Second and 4 at the 27. Another handoff, and it's a first down, and Presley again grinds out the tough yards for a first down for DC. And now we got some flags, probably a little bit of a scrum going on. That was after the play. This is apparently going to be called on Darrell Presley for unsportsmanlike conduct. No, it's going to be first down anyway. Apparently, he took a little bit of a shot at Darius Hillary of the Hawks, throwing the ball at him as he got up. Stupid play, or stupid penalty right there.
gets a fresh set of downs, but now you're back on the 16-yard line.
So far, Tyree Jackson, not very much yards today, only just 38 and the touchdown. Hand off to Pumphrey. He's going to get about 5 or 6 on that.
How about this? 350 combined rushing.
Wow, 350 combined rushing yards, and that's the most in the XFL game so far.
Not as much as this. It's worked. They've got the lead with 10:18 to play.
Here's another handoff again to,
Here comes a third down and short.
I believe that this is Pumphrey for about maybe 2. So it'll be 3rd and short coming up for the defenders, and they continue to keep this drive alive, time ticking, and not much the Hawks can do here. Just quickly chewing up yardage and chewing up clock. Third and 1. And Jackson's going to keep it on a fake handoff, and he's going to get the first pretty easily right there. Falls forward, and he's up to about the 27-yard line, which is right there for the first.
Did you just hear Jackson? Hey, I'm 6'7". He's not wrong. I'm tired as a man.
Said I'm tired, but I'm 6'8". He's all of it. We saw him.
And they're bringing out the sticks for some reason. I think he got it. And he did get it. First down at the 27-yard line. Looks like Jackson could be short, but I think the spot is correct and just give it to him anyway. He would have been literally inches short, even if he was short, but I could see that he got it from it happened in real time anyway. So the defenders extend the drive, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff to the outside to Pumphrey. Presley. He's going to get bottled up right there. Good tackle right there by Will Hill. So it'll be 2nd and about 11, 2nd 13. That was a bigger loss than I thought.
Let's put our corners on islands, bring our safeties down there and say, hey, you passed the ball over our head, you beat us with your arm. Fine, we're not going to let you just kill us by death by 1,000 paper cuts with this run.
2nd 13, Jackson to throw, and incomplete, going for Malachi Dupree. Now we got 3rd and long coming up for the defenders. So here's a good chance to be able to make a stop here for the Hawks. I would say look out for the keeper here, because Jackson can run the ball and take right off. Now we got 4 wides. Jackson to throw. We got some pressure, and he's going to get sacked by Kenny Robinson, the safety, on a blitz. There we go. Good job. Good play. Good play. So it looks like Hayes sent out McCoyle, the inside linebacker, and Robinson on the blitz coming from the right, and that's how the sack was. It was there. Good blitz dial up right there. Now we got 4th and 25 for the defenders, and they will punt. Here's the punt by AJ Tarpley. I'm sorry, not Tarpley. I don't know who the punter is. Here's DeVarnay Pearson L on the return. And he's not going to get much right there at all. I don't even know what the heck happened there. He was trying to change direction on the return, and then wound up losing a couple. But with 7:03, the Hawks have the ball and can maybe score here and make this a tie game again.
Down by 6.
Really was raised by wolves.
And during this commercial break, I'm going to step away really quick, and I will return for those that care.
Well, I'm just so glad to have met your beautiful family, and we better be sitting down now.
Believe it, Geico could save you 50% or more on car insurance.
It all starts with an invitation to be our guest. The invitation to Lexus sales event, now through March 31st.
Lease the 2020 RX 350 for $409 a month for 36 months. We'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
So I want everybody to remember that the employee of that
Right now.
You know what's better than this besides everything? A burger with a crispy wheel of cheese on it. Introducing the new BFC Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. This is a stage. The garden. The mental. This is a biggest tournament, folks. With stars shine brighter. Focus forward. As moments last a lifetime. You can't go against them. This is where the confident king is crowned. The Big East Tournament, March 11th through 14th on Fox FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration expert, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out today because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who texts COMB to 642-642. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Text COMB to 642-642. Ask about the Bosley Guarantee. That's COMB to 642-642.
So you look at the MVP favorites in the league. PJ Walker has been sensational for the
Okay.
But this man is right there. Jordan Ta'amu has put up wonderful numbers both in the air and on the ground. And you see the comparison. Obviously, PJ Walker's offense throws it a lot more. That's why the touchdowns are such a disparity. Jordan Ta'amu runs primarily rushing up.
Obviously, they're going over the MVPs, and obviously, with PJ Walker is probably the heavy favorite to take MVP, but also not too far from him. Apparently, is Jordan Ta'amu. I definitely think he's a good candidate for MVP. But I think PJ Walker or Cam Phillips are probably the guys that are going to be talked about most in that conversation. They have taken the league by storm and probably honestly play on the best team. 1st and 10. Ta'amu is going to get sacked, and that's for about -2, and that is Tracy Sprinkle on the sack for the defenders. 2nd and 11. Ta'amu in the shotgun, and here's a handoff to a wide receiver. This is Pearson L, and he's not going to get anything on him. Just going to lose a yard. Yeah, the defenders are ready for that.
Let's go. Double right, 901, wide climb. Double right, 901.
3rd and 12. Going to get to another 3rd and long. This has been the reason why the defenders have had this lead, because they're forcing the Hawks into a 3rd and longs, and they can't convert on them. Ta'amu throws. We got a blitz, and he's going to throw it incomplete for Alonzo Russell, and 4th down. That blitz dial-up was perfect for the defenders. There was a lot of pressure. They brought in Raheem Moore on a safety blitz. Very good right there. And now I believe the Marquette King will come on to punt for the Hawks, and DC can run out more clock, and the punt is blocked. Oh my gosh. And it's picked up by the defenders, and he's down at about the 3-yard line. Wow. That right there, yikes. That was probably the worst timing you could get right there, was for a blocked punt. I think King also got banged up on that play right there, coming off the when it got blocked right there. Wow. And the guy that blocked it was, I believe it was inside linebacker Jameer Thurman. And it's Jonathan Celestin on the recovery, and he took it all the way to about the 2-yard line of Seattle, and wow. And it's the DC defenders' special teams making a big play. Jackson to throw, and he's going to throw this one incomplete for. Didn't know that was going to, but the defenders, they are making plays. They're making plays everywhere, offense, defense, and now special teams. For those that took the over of 38.5 points in total, yikes. And now we got on 2nd and goal, we got an inside handoff again, and that one's probably for Humphrey, and he's coming off the field and a little bit banged up right there, but he got about 2. So, and now it's 3rd and goal coming up. So a touchdown here probably by the defenders will probably ice it here, barring a big comeback here, but with under 4 minutes to go. And here's 3rd and goal, and we got a whistle here. This will probably be a pre-snap penalty, for probably a false start. Okay, delay. So that's going to back him up 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and goal will be just a little bit longer for the defenders here to convert.
Let's go, Tiger.
I would look for a Tyree Jackson keeper here.
Let's go. So Tiger is their 2 tight end personnel. You'll see that in a wing formation.
So got 3rd and goal. Ball is at the 7-yard line. Snap, throw, and it's complete to, I believe it's Kari Leeds over to the right side, but it's not going to be enough for a first. So it'll be 4th and goal. And it looks as if that Rosa will come on for another field goal, and this will make it a 9-yard and a 9-point game. From 22 yards out, this should be a chip shot, and makes it easily.
9-point lead. The reason currently downstairs. Let's go down there. It's Eddie Tapp, another hero.
Kevin, I've got Jameer with the block, Jonathan with the recovery. Now, you guys have been feeding off the energy of this crowd just to be back and for the defense to be doing.
And all that came off a blocked punt right there by the defenders after getting a sack on defense to force that 3-and-out, and then That's really how things roll sometimes. When you can't get things rolling on either side of the ball, and when your opponents are rolling on both sides of the ball, then these are the results. And Battlehawks are just flat out getting beat today.
Cup Snake, I think, has really set the tone for the entire day. I think their perseverance, but all kidding aside, remember, Ed Hamilton told us on the call, he said, I feel like the last 2 weeks we were tired. So we flew out to LA, cross country.
So Battlehawks will get the ball back, and
We came out flat, kind of carried that over into last week's game.
a touchdown and a 3-point conversion can tie it up. That's about the only thing that they can do. And it's a must-do for St. Louis to do this. Here's the kickoff. Mumphrey's not going to get much of anything right there at all. So the ball is placed pretty deep into St. Louis territory, and that's how it rolls.
Maybe a third time. So I don't think you need to go crazy right now. Say if we don't score, this is 4 down.
With 3:28 to go, all at the 22-yard line, 26-yard line. Tamu to throw. He completes it over the left side. And it's to LaDamian Washington for a big first down. There we go. There we go. That was good. That kind of looked like the same play from before, but only to the left. And here's an inside handoff here on first down, and I think that's going to be Jones for about 6 or 7. And now we got second down with under 3 minutes to go. Tamu going up tempo. And here's a snap, quick pass to his tight end Henry, and he's going to get out of bounds. I think he's going to get just enough for a first. And he's going to be short. They're already saying third down. So it'll be 3rd and 1. And Christian Michael is going to get out of some tackles, and he's going to get the first down on and flag down. DC is saying that it's on St. Louis. Probably could be for a hold or something like that, but and it's on the Battlehawks.
I think Harris he grabbed the shoulder pad. Michael grabbed the face mask. That's a good job by the ref there.
And apparently it's on Christian Michael on the run. He was kind of like going up and grabbing some face mask on the way when he was trying to get that first down, when he was stretching it out to the right. Big mistake right there by Michael on that one. And these penalties right now are 8-8, but
Here's the thing, though. Even though it's a one-score game with
it's just not capitalized, or it's just not sustaining drives, and stupid penalties are kind of killing this team. And now we're back onto a 3rd and long again, 3rd and 14. Ball from the 38-yard line. Tamu on the move. He's gonna get close to the first down. And I think he's gonna be a little bit short, but we're coming up to the 2-minute warning, and I think he's short, but it's 4th and 1, so it's going to be 4th and very manageable here. The 2-minute warning really helps. It really helps right now, so they can get a play together, just convert this 4th down here, get a first, sustain the drive, and maybe go to a really super quick no huddle offense, take some timeouts, and quickly work down this to a touchdown here.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis? Hey, do they ever ask you what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Red sweater, button-down shirt, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Just pausing a little bit just to take a little bit of a breather. Get some water. So with this fourth quarter coming to a wrap, the Battlehawks, I think here's what they can do is go with some quick passes, go with maybe some slants. I would like to see maybe another shot to Vladimir Washington.
To search for a new house within your budget because they really need their space.
But I wouldn't take any deep shots to the end zone. I would just try to get closer. Catch the defenders by surprise. I don't know if any running is going to work, but I think given that there are some timeouts to work with, maybe you can go with some handoffs to Michael or Matt Jones. You gotta keep the defenders guessing. I definitely know that that the Battlehawks can throw it a little bit on them. It's just a matter of finding the right play, get creative, and figure out some ways to be able to get some chunk yardage here, and in the meantime, taking as less time off the clock as possible to score this touchdown and get back into it. A touchdown will not be enough. They're going to need to score a touchdown and 3 points to tie this game at 15 all and head to overtime.
After combining for 31 three-pointers in their quarterfinal wins, now DePaul and Seton Hall meet for a ticket to the Big East Women's Basketball Championship game. It's the first of 2 semifinals, Kevin. It's going down in Chicago on FS1 at 6 Eastern.
It's looking like that 15-6 will be the score here for defenders, Battlehawks in Washington.
So we come down to that again. They started with a 40-yard pass to Damian Washington to get this drive going. And remember, in the XFL, you can go for 3 after a touchdown. That's why this is a one-score game. 4th and 1, here we go.
So here we go, 4th and 1. 2 minutes. We got Tamu in the backfield with the running back. He's going to hand it off to Jones, and he's going to get stuffed. Boneheaded call. They were waiting for that. What in the world were you thinking? You had all of that time. You had all that time to think about a creative play, and you hand it off to inside to Jones. That's about as conservative as you can get.
Chance. Review the spot, John. Ask him to review the spot.
Jonathan Hayes is asking them to review the spot. I mean, it's possible second effort could have got it for them, but I think he's well short of it. And it's not even close. It's probably a full yard short. Looks like that game is over, and the defenders are going to get the ball back and can pretty much put this game on ice. Boneheaded call. Boneheaded BS call. Why in the world would you hand it off in the middle when they're expecting it? Why wouldn't Tamu try to keep it?
Again, we keep harping on these timing rules. They have time to get the ball back here. This defense, they need to stand, and they need to stand in 3 plays.
They got 1 timeout left.
Yeah, it's probably over. First down with the defenders have it, and they didn't get anything on this. So
doesn't start until the play clock hits 20. Sure, let's do it.
And obviously with these new rules, or with these different rules here in the XFL, the clock will stop and then it'll keep on running once the line gets up to the ball, or the line gets up to the ball and snaps it. Oh, never mind. There's running clock right now. And got a handoff to Presley, and he's going to get a first down and a whole lot more, and that's going to extend their drive. So defenders can pretty much just take their time off the clock and pretty much ice this game. And I have no idea what Chuck Long was thinking in going for an up the middle. I mean, Matt Jones has been successful up the middle, but they were expecting it. They had the line stacked. Presley goes up the middle for 4.
See if St. Louis, they've got one time out of their pocket. Clock stops until the play clock hits 20.
Doesn't really matter. 57 seconds left with almost no time to work with. St. Louis will have no timeouts to work with if they do get the ball back. It's not that this offense has been able to do much of anything in the passing game anyway.
Young Tyree Jackson.
But you never know. Could take a really big explosive play to turn things over. And Presley's going to get a first down off a really big stretch run to the right again. Again, there's been no answer for the Hawks on these types of runs. I'm beginning to believe that the defenders are better than the Hawks right now.
Gotta tip your hats here to DC. Pep Hamilton rallied his guys. But I'll tell you what, we've seen almost every team in this league for the last 5 weeks, KB. This St. Louis team now.
They certainly can do more things in the ground game than we can.
Take away from what a good team this is today was.
And they can just sit on it, kneel it, and run the remaining 15 seconds left.
Every single game, they'll figure out this offense. Tamu and Matt Jones.
I guess both teams will finish this off with a 3-2 record, so I definitely can't complain with having a 3-2 record going into the 5th week of the season. St. Louis is certainly better than they're certainly better than the Vipers. They're better than the Wildcats, and they're better than the Seattle Dragons, who they pretty much wiped out. Man, and this loss here will put the defenders up in first place in the XFL East, and obviously the tiebreaker with the victory going to DC, the tiebreaker will go to them at 3-2, and obviously the home crowd definitely helped out for the defenders on this one. And what can you do? Definitely a really good game here for sure. Probably more of a defensive struggle with a lot of running. That was really kind of what made it more of a somewhat of a snooze fest, but I found it entertaining enough to watch. I know a lot of people didn't, but you know, some games are just like that where you got a defensive contest, but that's how it goes sometimes, you guys.
He made plays when we had to have plays in critical situations. So we have 2 really good quarterbacks, and we're excited to see how we practice next week and see what we come up with.
It's crazy. We're halfway through the season. I know the 12-pack is.
So with the 3 of you in here, comment down your thoughts on this game and how the defenders played, how the Hawks played. If you even if you 3 in here are human and not robots, you know, you'll have bots sometimes come in here and lurk around and try to spam your stream and such.
Thank you. They did that. They found ways to win because it was a terrific defensive effort. And I think, you know, I like what Pep did. He's talking about both of his quarterbacks.
And that's pretty much going to wrap up this game as a 15-6 victory. DC coming in and not starting off great, but finished out really strong. a special teams play really sealed it for them, and that was a blocked punt, and that gave DC a really super short field to put this game on ice, essentially, by taking a 22-yard chip shot field goal to put this game out of reach, really. And that's how it really goes down. So I think I will just end the stream here, and it didn't turn out so well. Maybe next week things will turn out better. And for those of you who are watching that obviously give a hoot about this and give a hoot about the Battlehawks, tell your friends, share this with people, and that would be great. Get some more people on this stream, and maybe a few more people can come in, get some comments. That would be great. It would be very helpful, and I think that'll do it. And I will catch you guys later for another stream next week for the Battlehawks, and go Hawks.
With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.